You know, I was just sitting here in my studio. This is where I do all my interviews with my celebrity guests for Saturday Morning Rewind. But I just realized that I need a new video for you guys. I decided what I'm gonna do is go back to one of my first videos that I made. It's a video where my brother and I go back to our childhood hometown of Reno, Nevada. We go visit our old houses that we grew up in. We actually go inside of our childhood homes. We spread our dad's ashes and reconnect with some good childhood friends. And I'm doing that because I was going through my old videos and I noticed it was a 40-minute video. And let's be honest, nobody wants to watch a 40-minute video, especially starring nobody like me. So I'm gonna go back and split it up to 2 different episodes so you guys can enjoy it. If you do think they're good videos, please leave a thumb up and make sure you are subscribed. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Love you guys. Here I am in the beginning of my journey to Reno. Now for the last 10 years, I've actually lived in Montana, which is about a 12, maybe 12.5 hour drive to Reno. So that's why I've been able to visit every now and then. I think this is maybe my 4th time back since '93. But like I said, this is our first time back together, my brother and I, since '93. So since I don't live that far, I'm actually driving my car and picking my brother up at the train station because he lives in Colorado. So it's a much farther trip for him to take. Alright, so after a pretty good night's sleep at a hotel, I'm about to go pick up my brother right now from the train station. And before I do, let me tell you a little bit about my brother and I. So my brother, he's 2 years older than me. I'm 38 right now, so I guess he's 40, almost 41. And I would probably say that we were super close as kids. I don't really remember arguing with him. I don't remember really having a real fight with him. We did a lot of things together. We always rode our bikes together, played Nintendo together, watched a little bit of cartoons, played outside, played in the snow, snowball fights, played with friends and everything. And my brother, he was always so much taller than me. As a kid, I was so much fatter. You know, like I always say, I was the shortest male in my 8th and 9th grade class, and now I'm 6'4". A lot's changed since my brother and I lived in Reno. So it's gonna be fun. Just the Nydell boys and just hanging out in Reno, Nevada, our old childhood home. So here we go. Let's go pick them up. Were you on top then, since the bottom looks like it's rooms?
Yeah, I think the bottom is the bedrooms and also the restaurants and bar and stuff are all downstairs. But I was right up there, right there.
Just 45 minutes west of Reno, there's a small town in California called Portola, where Mark and I would spend the majority of our Christmas and summer breaks because our grandparents lived there right on the border of the national forest. So you would literally open up their back door and have access to acres and acres of national forest. It was amazing. We talked about it, and some of our favorite childhood memories are here in Portola. And in fact, Mark was actually born here in 1978. This part, I don't remember as much of that map.
Well, the map, there was the grocery store, and there was like, that wasn't here, but this was here, this was here. It's a different grocery store, but the roof caved in on a snowstorm about 20 years ago. So it's been redone. It doesn't have the cool basement with all the toys and stuff.
This is actually our first time back in Portola together since 1989, when our grandparents moved from Portola to Reno to be closer to us. And right now we are searching for this old pharmacy that had this amazing ice cream parlor in the corner that Mark and I would visit all the time with our allowance money. As we walked in, I swear, hardly anything has changed, at least when it comes to the ice cream parlor. I even think the same signs are up behind the ice cream. Hopefully, not the same ice cream. So close. Yeah, it was so close to the road.
Yeah, I guess so. So that's it. That is totally it.
I just want to go in the yard.
This house really built up too. Change that around. Alright, so we can get an access road.
Yeah.
You'll just take a right. Way up ahead.
So after finding our grandparents' old house, we found the access road to the National Forest that takes you all the way up to their back door. The road you're seeing right now, my brother and I spent so many hours on it exploring, and that's why we decided to spread Dad's ashes back here. Because we know it's not going to be bulldozed, and number two, it was our grandparents' house, so it'll be right next to their old house. Our grandparents' house somewhere.
It would be right there.
That green one.
Yep.
Yeah, so here we are. We used to stay in the same exact spot and play all around here. And we both consider this our backyard.
This is yard.
This is our backyard. Because no other kids really were back here ever.
No, we never saw anybody back here.
Yeah, so we had like a free reign and everything. It was great. And this goes on for miles and miles.
Where that camper is was where that big shed thing was.
So this is where we used to play all the time, in this little yard right here. And then we had a gate that we just accessed this whole back area.
Right there was where our fort was. You could see like the 4 trees.
Yep.
Yep. Totally. That was the hill.
This hill we used to think was humongous. We used to go sledding down all the time. You went skiing down it, didn't you?
Once,
It's like, how do you even go skiing down that little small thing? All right. Yeah, right here's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Dad, this is Portola, where we learn to be men and boys, and we felt like this is the spot to leave your remains.
So we feel like this is a good spot to put you. We feel like it's not going to be bulldozed and hotels put upon it, like Reno might be. So. And we used to sit right around here as little boys. I think we were maybe 8, 9, 10.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah. Sitting right here looking at the cows in the pasture. love you, Dad. I remember our Grandpa Nydell, used to take Mark and I back here all the time. We go hiking, we go searching for frogs. I remember we came back with frogs multiple times, and we try to keep them as pets. And sometimes Mark and I would just come back here just to sit, and that's where we just spread Dad's ashes. Was one spot we really remember sitting at and watching the cows just graze, just eat. And it's just those simple memories that made my childhood awesome. Alright, so we came back to the spot we were at earlier, this hill that had this old car or whatever this is underneath it, because we used to play on this hill all the time. Really don't know what's under it. Yeah. And our grandparents' house is right over there. So this is the second spot that we're gonna spread some of Dad's ashes. This is a big memorable spot for us. Wow, it's all over your foot. Yeah. Whoops.
There's still so much in there.
No, not the whole thing.
I'm not doing the whole thing. It's still like this full. Wow.
Right now, as we're driving through Portola for our very last time together, we're actually passing by our grandparents' old church.
We were married in their home, they stood up. They're here to like them. Stand again.
Stand up again, yeah. That we used to go visit all the time when we were staying with them. And right next to that old church was a park that Mark and I spent a lot of time at with our grandparents. And actually, inside the park, there's a pool where I learned how to swim. We also used to do a lot of picnics, learn how to play tennis in the park with our grandma. There were a lot of amazing memories in this little small town.
See, that's the hospital up there. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. Oh, I didn't even know it's there.
So this place right here is actually where I learned how to swim. This little pool was where I learned how to swim. I don't remember there being a fence, really.
Yeah, there was a fence. I don't remember the barbed wire.
Yeah. Now, is it just me, or do you remember a little train that went around? Was it only during like a fair time or something?
I don't remember.
I remember a little train going around the circle, like almost probably this whole grassy area.
Yeah, probably.
But we'd come here all the time, play on the swing. So that's probably the same equipment that's still here now.
The water fountains are the same ones.
Wow.